Good morning. In today's class, we will see another problem on filter design using the window technique. Okay. Now, see, we will see the second problem, question 2. Design an ideal high pass filter with a frequency response HD of e power j omega, that is 1 pi by 4 to pi 0 mod omega less than or equal to pi by 4. Find the values of h of n, okay, impulse response for n is equal to 11, and also find h of z. What is h of z? H of z is the digital filter transfer function using Hamming window. Okay. So this is the problem statement. So design an ideal high pass filter with a frequency response HD of e power j omega, that is a desired frequency response HD of e power j omega from pi by 4 to pi and 0 between, so minus pi by 4, above minus pi by 4 and also above pi by 4. So what you have to understand is sometimes you may be not given by this word, okay, just they will give you design an ideal filter. So by seeing these characteristics or HD of e power j omega, we have to understand that it is an high pass filter, because see, between from 0 to pi by 4 and also from pi by 4 to minus pi 0 to minus pi by 4. So omega, mod omega means whenever take negative values, so minus omega less than or equal to pi by 4, which means what? Omega less than or equal to minus pi by 4. In the same, if you take positive values, omega less than or equal to pi by 4 and omega less than or equal to minus pi by 4, it is 0, and we say that mod omega less than or equal to pi by 4. So in both the ways, so we will have a 0 above minus pi by 4 and here above plus means below plus pi by 4. See, mod omega less than or equal to pi by 4 means less than so below this 0 to pi by 4. Now coming to this, so you understand what is that HD of e power j omega. HD of e power j omega is the desired frequency response. So this figure is not given in the problem statement, just we have drawn this figure to understand that. So what is this? See, from pi by 4 to pi, you see this statement, from pi by 4 to pi. So what is there? It is 1, magnitude is 1 from pi by 4 to pi. So therefore pi by 4 to pi the magnitude is 1, and if you take the negative values of this, minus pi to minus pi by 4, okay, or minus pi by 4 to minus pi, it is 1. So from 0 to pi by 4, from here to here the magnitude is 0. From here to here the magnitude is 0, and also here to here the magnitude is 0. So what type of filter is this? This is a say pass band, and this is a stop band. Okay, again it is pass band. So therefore we say that it is a high pass filter which passing some frequencies above pi by 4 and below pi. Okay, it is like a high pass filter, and high pass filter generally what we think is, so sending the frequencies above the cutoff frequency up to infinity, but so it is a practical one, that is why it is confined to a pi value. Here also same, from minus pi by 4 to minus pi it is value. So therefore even by seeing this HD of e power j omega, we can understand that it is a high pass filter. High pass filter means it has to pass a frequencies above the cutoff frequency, and all the frequencies are passed through the filter. Such type of filters are called high pass filters. Now we have to find out HD of n, desired impulse response of the given filter. So we have identified, probably in the problem only it was given high pass filter, and you need not to think about it. Suppose even in the case if it is not given, just you have to understand that by seeing these characteristics, we have to understand that it is a high pass filter. Okay, how do I identify? So 0 to pi by 4 and also from 0 to minus pi by 4, it is 0, which means it is not allowing the low frequencies. Okay, in that sense you have to get the idea. And above, see, from pi by 4 to pi it is 1. magnitude is 1. You see the magnitude is 1, which means from pi by 4 to pi it passes all the frequencies, and between 0 and pi by 4 it stops the all the frequencies. Okay, now coming to the desired impulse response, what to do is, so we have to take the, it is the frequency response. If you want to find out the impulse response, take the inverse Fourier transform. Okay, that is the idea. So the formula for inverse Fourier transform is h of n. H of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus, generally most of the so in minus pi to plus pi. Suppose that h of e power j omega d omega. Okay, this is the formula to find out the inverse Fourier transform of a given sequence. Now, so hd of n, that hd of n 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity hd of e power j omega into e power j omega n is also there. Okay, d omega. Because see, that function multiplied by that exponential. So therefore, this is the how to find out, this is the formula to find out the inverse impulse response or inverse Fourier transform of given frequency response. Now I have written that. So in the place of h of e power j omega, just to write down, for this we have to find out the inverse Fourier transform. Just I have written, so hd of e power j omega. So what is the hd of, so now we will see what we will do is, so 1 by 2 pi, because this is not a constant value from minus pi to plus pi continuously. So at some frequency it is constant and at other frequency it is 0. Okay, so that is why we are dividing this entire sequence or entire spectrum into two regions, minus pi to plus minus pi by 4. From here to here it is 1, magnitude is 1. Okay, hd of e power j omega value is 1 from minus pi to minus pi by 4. That's what I have written, 1 into, so hd of e power j omega is 1 in this limits, 1 into e power j omega and d omega plus pi by 4 to pi 1 into e power j omega and d omega. Because see, from pi by 4 to pi it is 1, magnitude is 1. So that is why we have written like this. And further, if we simplify this, so if you take integration, what you will get with respect to omega, you will get jn. Okay, so that jn I am taking outside because it is common for both the terms. So e power j omega n, so lower limit is minus pi, upper limit is minus pi by 4, and here lower limit is pi by 4, upper limit is pi. And if you substitute the value, well, these limits, you will get this. So 1 by pi n sin pi n minus sin pi n by 4. Okay, you will get that. So this is the desired impulse response. Okay, what are the specifications given for you? So for the specifications, this is the desired impulse response of a filter that was given for you. The frequency response is given. Okay, like this you have to find out. First step is you find out the desired frequency response, desired impulse response. After that you proceed. Now what to do is, and another thing is given. N is 11. This is also important. What is N? N is the length of the filter. Length of the filter. So now we have to take N samples. N samples. So N is 11. So in the case of 11, see, this hd of N means it can have any number of samples by varying the, so by changing the N value you can have many number of samples. But our filter, we have to design the filter for N is equal to 11. So therefore what we have to do, we have to truncate or we have to cut down the total impulse response or desired impulse response to 11 samples. Okay, so therefore truncate this hd of N, truncate this hd of N to 11 samples because N is 11. Because N is 11. Suppose if N is 17, we have to truncate it to 17 samples. Total response, see this is a continuous, right? So you truncate this response to 11 samples. 11 samples means you will get one sample at origin, okay, and 5 samples right side and 5 samples left side. Okay, like that we have to take so total 11 samples. Always it is symmetrical about the origin. Now h of N is equal to hd of N for mod N less than or equal to 5 and 0 otherwise. So this h of N is truncated version of hd of N. Okay, that's what, right? H of n is equal to hd of n. So hd of n is defined for all the values of n, but we have to truncate it to n is equal to 11. That is why h of n is equal to hd of n, means h of n is the truncated version of the desired impulse response, and the truncation limits are from -5 to +5, and 0 above 5 and below means -5. Like that we have to find out. Suppose if n is given some 13, 15 like that, so based on that we have to take n h of n. Now see, we have to find out for different values of n. So therefore different values of n means how many values you will get. N is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Like this total, so 11 samples you will get. Now we will try to find out what is the h of n over this range. So initially we have to find out for n is equal to 0, h of 0, limit n tends to 0. I am writing this function sin pi n by pi n minus sin pi by 4 n by pi n. Okay, just I have taken that pi n inside. Then if you substitute this, so sin pi n by pi n, see the formula is limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. Sin theta by theta is 1. So that is why this function value is 1, and so limit n tends to 0, sin pi by 4 n by pi n. So this function value is 1 by 4. Even if you see, for this limit theta tends to 0, sin some constant n theta by theta, which is equal to n. From that formula I have written this. So 1 by 4 into pi n divided by pi n. So therefore what is n value? N value is 1 by 4. So that is why I am writing this 1 minus 1 by 4, that is equal to 3 by 4. So this is the value at n is equal to 0. And now coming to the remaining filter quotients. See, the filter quotients are symmetrical about n is equal to 0. So because we have a high pass filter characteristics, and if you see this hd of n and h of n, so that quotients are all the quotients whichever you get, they are symmetrical about the n is equal to 0, that means origin. Okay, so the quotients may looks like this. See, n 0. Suppose what you get the value, so at n is equal to 0, 3 pi by 4. Okay, like this, 3 by 4. After that you will have some samples here, like this you will have the response, impulse response, truncated impulse response. Now we try to find out the h of n values for different values of n, because 0 already h0 is calculated. Now we try to find out hn for n is equal to 1. So h1, h minus 1, both are symmetrical. So this is 1 and this is minus 1, 2 minus 2. So they are symmetrical about the origin. So now see 1 minus 1. Now what happens when n is 1? Sin pi minus sin pi by 4 divided by pi. Taking overall, see this formula, sin pi n minus sin pi n by 4 by pi n. So n is 1 means you will get this sin pi minus sin pi by 4 divided by pi. Sin pi, we know that sin pi is 0, and sin pi by 4 minus sin pi by 4 by pi, you will get this. In the same way, when n is equal to 2, you have to write down all these things. For n is equal to 2, what happens? You see that for n is equal to 2, h of n. So what happens? H of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi, n is 2, 1 by 2 pi sin 2 pi minus sin 2 pi by 4. Sin 2 pi by 4. Okay, 2 pi by 4 means pi by 2. So therefore h of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Sin 2 pi is 0, we know that, minus, so pi by 2, sin 90 is 1. So therefore what you will get? Minus 1 by 2 pi. If you simplify that, you will get minus 0.225. In the same sense, so therefore h of n, and what is this value? this is a minus 1 by 2 pi h of n. So h of 2 for h of 1, so you get minus 0.225 like this, negative samples for h1 and further negative, like that you will get samples. Now minus 1 by 2 pi, that minus 1 by 2 pi is this one, minus 1 by 2 pi is minus 0.159. Okay, this is for h of 1. Like that you substitute different values of n up to 5, because the limit is 5 only. Up to 5 you will get all these values. Now h of 0 is available, h of 1, h of 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Just you take down these values and you try to get the h of n's for different values of n from 1 to 5, 0, minus 1 to minus 5. Okay, like that you have to find out. After that, after calculation of hd of n, h of n, now we will see we have to design it by using the Hanning window. In the problem statement you have seen that we have to use the Hanning window to design the FIR filter for given specifications, high pass filter specifications. Now already we know what is the Hanning window. Hanning window is, so WHN is equal to 0.5 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi by n minus 1, cos 2 pi by 2 pi n by n minus 1. So over this range and 0 otherwise. Okay, this is the Hanning window. Because to design a filter, first you have to find out the impulse response over the given range. Then you multiply by a weighing function. The weighing function is a window function. Then after multiplying that, you will get the filter transfer function. Okay, now this is the Hanning window equation. Now we try to use that equation. For n is equal to 11, for n is equal to 11, then what you will get? So n minus 1 is 10, 2 pi by n by 10. So therefore pi n by 5. Okay, this is between this range from minus 5 to plus 5, because n is 11. n 11 means what? So 10 minus 1 by 2, 10 minus 1 by 2, minus 5 to plus 5. Okay. Now you calculate all the values of, for different values of n, you calculate these Hanning window quotients. Okay, WHN of 0, if you substitute 0, n is equal to 0, what you will get? 0.5 plus 0.5. Cos 0 is 1, so therefore 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1. And when you substitute 1, because it is symmetric, already we have seen that it is symmetric, so whatever is there for 1, for minus n1, minus 1 also, it will have the same quotient. So that is why WH1, WHN of 1, WHN of minus 1, both. So if you substitute the values, n is equal to 1, so cos means 0.5 cos, and when n is 1, you will get pi by 4, pi by 5. Even you take a minus 1, cos minus 5, cos minus pi by 5, cos minus pi by 5, for n is equal to 1. Cos is an even function, so that what you will get? Cos pi by 5, like that. So therefore, so 0.5 plus 0.5 cos pi by 5, that is 0.9045. And in the same way, when n is 2, you will get a 0.5 plus 0.5 cos 2 pi by 5. Okay, 2 pi by 5. Even for negative values of n, you will get the same thing, because cos is an even function, you will get that. So this is like that you calculate. For n is equal to 5, you will get 0, because cos pi is minus 1. We know that cos pi is minus 1. So 0.5 minus 0.5 is 0. Like this you have to find out the Hanning window quotients for the given range, minus 5 to plus 5. Because both are symmetrical, we take this. So 0 we calculate separately. After that, every sample is symmetric. That is why we calculate like all these Hanning window quotients. After that, so filter quotients using Hanning window, h of n is equal to hd of n we have calculated, and hn of h, sorry, this is w, not h, this is w hn of n. Okay, these quotients between minus 5 to plus 5. So it is not, you don't see this one, only up to this you see this. Right, filter quotients using Hanning window, hd of n, whn of n from minus 5 to plus 5, 0 otherwise. Just you multiply. Already you have calculated this hd of n. Now we have calculated whn of n. So you multiply that. So when n is 0, so hd of 0, whn of 0. So what is whn of 0? It is 1. Right? Whn of 0 is 1. And hd of 0 already we have calculated just before 5 minutes. That is 0.75. So therefore 1 into 0.75 is 0.75. Like that, h of 1 is hd of 1 and h of 1, h of minus 1 both are same. So hd of 1, whn of 1. Okay, whn of 1 is 0.9045. Okay, 90 it is taken 9045. It was taken, and this value we have calculated already. hd of 1 is this one minus 0.225, and you will get all these values for different values of n. So finally, digital filter transfer function like this you can. So I am not repeating same thing. Just you see that hd of 1, whn of 1, hd of 2, whn of 2. So like that, every corresponding quotients of window function and also desired filter transfer function, they are multiplied to get the final impulse response quotients. And finally we get these two values are 0. Now what happens is we have to find out the digital filter transfer function. That is our problem statement. So h of z, this h of z is a digital filter transfer function, and that h of z is equal to h of 0. We have to write it separately, h of 0 because it is isolated, plus n is equal to 1 to 5 hn. Why n to 5? N value varies from 1 to 5, total 5 samples. So 1 to 5 hn z power minus n plus z power n. Now what I am doing, see h of 0 is there 0.75. Then when n is 1, what you will get? H of 1 into z power minus 1 plus z power plus 1. That's what it is, right? H of 1. What is h of 1? H of 1 is minus 0.204. Okay, into z power minus 1 plus z power plus 1 because n is 1. So like that, second quotient is minus 0.14. So z square, when n is 2, z square and z power minus 2. Now when n is 3, you will get minus 0.026 z cube plus z power minus 3. So therefore after 3, these quotients are 0. Okay, h4, h5 are 0. Now even if you substitute that h of n, you will get 0. That is why they are omitted, 0 plus 0. So therefore this is h of n. Okay, h of n. But this is a not realizable filter because you have a square functions left, means non-causal filters, non-causal filter transfer function. So if a filter to get realized, it must be causal. Okay, it must be causal. That is a minimum condition to realize any filter, or that is a basic condition to be satisfied by any realizable filter. So therefore, the transfer function of a realizable filter is like this: h dash of z is equal to z power